and it's only about 17 gigabytes used, so I'm almost halfway through, so hopefully we'll be able to double that to about 64 if this works. So then you can go ahead and turn off your phone. So the next thing we need to do is create an induction coil around the phone. So what you want to do is take these two batteries and then also get the wire and put the batteries close to the phone, probably behind it, and then we're just going to wrap the wire, I'm just using an Ethernet cable, around the phone and secure the batteries to the phone as best you can. So it might be kind of picky, but we got them centered pretty good, and just wrap that around enough until it's really secure and they're not going to go anywhere. It's working pretty good. And then you can just either tuck the wire into itself so it doesn't go anywhere, or you could use some tape or something like that. That looks pretty secure. The batteries are right there, and we have this up. The phone turned back on, so you want to make sure to turn it back off again if you get the chance. So when you're doing it, just make sure that the cable doesn't press down on the power button and turn it back on. And also, you probably want to have a case on here so the batteries don't scratch the back, or maybe put like a tissue in between the batteries and the phone or something like that. Just use common sense. Okay, so once it's all wrapped up nice, then you can go ahead and get your pan, and this is going to allow us to amplify the EM field to a high enough strength. And again, I would recommend putting something in there so it doesn't scratch the phone or anything. It's not going to affect the process. And then it looks like that. So right now, believe it or not, with this wire wrapped around it and the batteries, there actually is an electromagnetic field being generated from the batteries around the coil and being applied to the phone. But it's not enough to actually kickstart those extra layers into activation. So we need to do a little bit more. So once you have all this, next you want to go ahead and get your speaker for your computer and just put it right on top of the phone, directly down on it. And yes, the speaker has to be hooked up to the computer for what we're going to do next. So what you want to do is go to your computer and just find any sound file. It doesn't matter what it is. You just want to be able to make sure that you can get it really loud. For example, I'm going to play a 300 hertz sine wave right onto the phone. And as I mentioned in the scientific explanation, that's going to add a little bit extra energy in addition to the EM field and kickstart those extra layers open. So now you just want to play the sound file for about 15 seconds, about as loud as you can, just like I am now. And if you have to, you can let it go for about 30 seconds, but 15 should be enough. So then, of course, you can take the speaker off and then just let the phone sit like that for maybe about 5 minutes, just a little while. And this is just to make sure that all the cell layers have a chance to activate after you energize them. And now we can go ahead and unravel this and see if it worked. Start to turn back on again, but that's okay at this point. Alright, so there you have it. We now have 64 gigabytes of storage, double what it was before, way more available space now. If it's a little bit less, it probably just means that not all the cells were activated, but still worked, as you can see here. Alright, so that's it. Your cell phone storage should now be double what it was before. And if it didn't quite double, if it's a little bit less, it could mean you just need to let it go a little bit longer, or it could also mean that some of the layers just aren't going to be activated. And this should also work on any type of cell phone, iPhone or Android. They all use the same type of memory. And it's actually possible that it will more than double the storage if there are more than 2 extra layers in the phone storage. So I hope this worked for you guys. If it did, let us know down in the comment section how well it worked. If you got double or even more possibly, love to hear that. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up so I know you liked it. If you guys want to keep watching, I've got some other videos on the right hand side. You can just click those or look in the description for the same link like if you're on a phone. And if you want to subscribe, I make new videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I think it should be worth it. Looking forward to hearing from you guys, so thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.